The standard of living is under attack. Let me say that one more time. The standard of living, not only in America, but all over the world, is under attack. Now, in America, we're having it a lot easier than some of the third world countries. For example, like now in India, there's a meltdown happening in their economy. Many other countries are, they don't even have food to eat, like Venezuela, um, many other countries, guys. The list can go on and on. Now, this is not a political video. It's just talking about what's happening in the world, especially in America. I mean, in Canada, in Great Britain, in Europe. The standard living is under attack. Now, why is it under attack? People may ask themselves, why is it under attack? Well, I'm going to tell it to you right now. But before I get into that, I want to let you know that if you want to be your dreams, I can teach you how to do that. Let you download my brain 25 years through my advanced and beginner courses at mrnofluff.com. We're having a major fire sale because of the economy, what's happening. There's so much opportunity out there that I've taken 97.64% off my best-selling courses. For example, owner financing for profits. You can get it right now for a massive discount. My VA course, where I teach you how to hire people in third world countries for only $120 a month. Let them work 40-hour weeks for you for 4 weeks. Okay, so basically $120, and they're working full time for you for a whole month for 120 bucks. Okay, just like Amazon does. I teach you exactly how to do it, where to find them, how to train them, how to monitor them, how much to pay them, what the bonuses are. I even give you all my documentations, like my paperwork, my agreements with these VAs, all in the course right now at mrnofluff.com. So many other courses. Go check it out. MyRealEstateDojo.com or mrnofluff.com. 97.64% off. So now let's get back to the story. There is an attack on the standard of living. Let me give you an example. When I was in high school in 1996, I could and did negotiate an F-150, guys, an F-150 for $12,000 out the door. That includes tax, title, registration, everything. They were advertising that car at that time for 17,000. Um, Today, that same exact F-150 is going to cost you in the neighborhood of $40,000. $40,000 for the same exact car. Okay. This is what I mean that the standard of living is under attack. Let me take this a little bit back. Okay. My family and I have owned a lot of Nissans. We're a Nissan fan. Okay, so we know exactly what the cars go for because we owned them before. The other day, I was at Nissan dealership just filling my Leaf. I have an electrical car, getting a free charge. Before me and my family went home, we just needed just to tap it up a little bit. I looked at the new Maximum they have. The new Maximum at Nissan is going for $44,000. This car you can bought it for 27, 26 thousand dollars, just a few years ago. So this is just one dimension that the price of these things are just inflating so much. Now there's two parts to that. Why is the price going up? Why is the assets going up? Even though a car is not a real assets, but all these tangible things like real estate, like cars, like RVs, the prices are going up. Okay, there's two parts. One, of course, is the printing of money. Right? But the other hidden part is that the lending. The lending has gone so loose, so relaxed, okay, that because of the economic meltdown that we've been having for years now, to grease, to keep the wheels moving of our economy, because we're a debt-based society, we don't produce anything. We used to be the powerhouse of the world of production, past World War II. However, now we outsource all that out to China, and now they become the powerhouse of production of the world. But to keep the wheels moving in our economy, because they're debt based, we've now allowed people to get VA loans with no money down, FHA loans with 3% or no percent, because there's local cities that are going to subsidize the down payment. So we're in a situation where anyone can get a loan pretty much for a car, right? And because anyone can get a loan for that F 150, the, the demand goes up high on it. If everyone would have to use cash to buy a F 150 because there was no lending, right? Because then the price of that F 150 would probably be lower than $12,000, $15,000, because of lending being so excessive. Now they're giving people loans, even if they can't afford it, they'll go do 6 years out, 7 years out, almost like a 30-year mortgage almost on a car. When I was in high school, you could get like a 3 year, 5 year loan or 4 year loan, excuse me, was the max. Now you can get like a 7 years. I don't know. I don't get loans on cars. But if people were, they saved their money and they went and bought an asset like a car or a house or whatever it is, not asset in the sense that it produces cash flow, but one of these things that, people are buying today with a line of credit or some kind of debt, because there's so many people lined up to get the F 150, and because most of these people don't have their own money, then they don't care about that. Hey, this thing is costing me 44,000. What their focus is on is what is the monthly payments. So by the consumer being fooled and not worrying about the actual price, but only what the monthly payments are, and because of readily debt available, anyone can get a car now. So it's making the car more and more expensive, just like real estate. So real estate is getting more and more expensive because of printing of money and almost 0% interest rate. Same thing comes with cars. Um, meanwhile, there's millions and millions of people that don't have jobs and lost their jobs. Meanwhile, right? Um, the pay of the average American or anywhere else in the world, like for example in France, that's why we saw the yellow vest movement, is not enough, because people have college degrees in France, they work 2 jobs and they still can't make ends meet, right? Because of inflation. Same thing is happening here. And because of the shutdowns, and to me, the shutdowns were just a cover up of what's really happening here, because we have so much debt. I mean, just in the last month, I would say 50% of the places that I personally go to, these are not places that I drive by, places that I personally go to, from, my Persian kebab store to my local coffee shop store to my Indian restaurant food place to my Nepalian food places, all these places that I love to eat, that me and the wife and family go to, they're closed down, like literally shut down. And if it's not them, then the adjacent business right next to them has shut down. And it's mind blowing, because not is only the big corporations losing and closing down, from Starbucks to you name it, bankruptcy, like 2020, biggest bankruptcy ever from corporate America, the big guys, but also all the little guys. And while we have to realize, while people are losing their jobs, while asset prices keep going up because of printing of money and easy debt allowance, anyone can get it, okay, while there's no jobs, okay. So when you add all this stuff up, you know, you can see where we're going. And at the same time, for example, in the real estate business, everywhere I go, they're building something. They're building apartment complexes, they're building stores, they're building retails, they're building whatever. And I'm thinking, the reason they're probably building all this stuff is because they're getting 0% interest rates, or very 0%, almost. They're getting paid to go build this stuff, even though there is no demand for it, and there are people that are not. I mean, there are many commercial real estate that I've looked at for multiple years now that have been vacant. There's more coming along every day. In my part of the woods, there are malls being knocked down because they're, no one's vacating them. It doesn't make any sense. There's Mars being marked down, malls being broken down, and then building, apartment complexes on them. Everywhere I go, I see apartment complexes. I mean, like literally from Vegas to Colorado to Florida, everywhere I go, I see apartment complexes being built left and right, new homes being built left and right. Um, and, that's where the nice bubble that I predicted for you guys, in my opinion, not financial advice, that's going to be coming in the real estate, because there's massive inventory being built. There's massive inventory that's coming because of forbearance programs and foreclosures not happening. And there's going to be a situation, now that's going to be a flood of inventory. I don't care if you're talking about commercial or residential. At this specific time, they tighten the water hose and they decrease inventory because people are afraid to list. And the ones that are listing, because they decrease the inventory, there's more buyers and sellers, so the price is just going up. But it's like the quarter. When you toss it up, it's at the very, very top. Now it's about to fall down, in my opinion. And we're going to see massive cuts in real estate, commercial and residential. Commercial is going to get devastated because more and more places that I go, people are not going to work and they're working remotely. At the same time, a lot of the industry sectors are being hurt, from hotel industry to gambling to tourists. I mean, you name it, guys. Personal training, gym industry, supplements. I mean, like GMC, one of the oldest companies I know in the mall, has gone bankrupt. Okay, so that's where we're at in my worldview, that there's going to be more hurting coming on, and a great sign of that is the printing the second stimulus. They need that second stimulus, because if we don't get that second stimulus, we will see the heartbeat of the stock market go down like it was going down 100 points a day, day after day negative, right? 800 points. I'm sorry, not 100. So that's why we need that stimulus. We need it now, and the whole stock market is just being propped up by these stimulus checks, in my opinion, by the buyback of the stocks of corporations they do themselves. And there's a lot of debt companies that are totally debted out. They call it leverage. They're debted out. I don't care if you're talking about Starbucks, you're talking about whatever. Every company out there has so much debt that they're barely making it. Very few companies that actually have a sound financial statements, I should say, and they actually have a good product that is doing great. Very few. Majority of the companies, I think, are just, barely making the payments, guys. And that's why you see some of the biggest companies all over America are going bankrupt. Okay, we're getting more and more bankruptcy of Fortune 500. I mean, they call them fallen angels, but I don't know how they could be angels when they promise all the people retirement and job securities, and they're falling off. I don't know how they could be angels when it's time for people to collect their pensions are going to be wiped out. I don't know how they can be angels when they spend more than they made. They had bad business plan. They decided to have growth versus stability. I don't know how they can be called fallen angels. Sounds like a ripoff to me if I had a job there. I mean, just like American Airlines, you're going to be laying off thousands and thousands of people, so many other people, companies, after they took the government cheese. So all that stuff sums it up to one thing. For some people, this one thing is a bunch of fear. For other people, this one thing is a lot of opportunities, because there's so much opportunities out here. I've been doing the new flip like every freaking day, and I've been loving it. I'm making decent amount of money and working so little and majority of the time just hanging out with my kids, and it's very awesome. It's very rewarding. I mean, the other day I did the new flip, and I was riding my bike, and this guy comes up to me that I sold a new flip to, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a doctor. I appreciate what I bought from you." And I was like, "Holy moly, this guy remembered me," and he starts talking to me and stuff like that. So it's very, very cool because the clientele of the new flip is all kinds of people. I have brain doctors, I have gut doctors that I've done the new flip with. I've bought new flips from smart people all the way down to homeless people. So in this market is very, very lucrative because there are so many motivated sellers out there. Okay. So what I do is I buy something for the new flip, and I teach you how to do it exactly for pennies on the dollar, and then I sell it below market so I can move it in nanoseconds, or I like to call it nanoseconds because I would literally move it in like a day or two, um, because that price is so good. And that's what I try to do, teach my students with real estate wholesaling. If you get the deal good enough, then you can sell it really quickly and very, very fast without, by leaving a lot of meat on the table for the investor, the end buyer investor. But a lot of wholesalers today are, they're now leaving no meat on the table. And there's a lot of idiots out there that will buy their deals because, again, it's not their money, it's hard money, or it's dead money, it's bankers' money. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Click the like button, share this message. Make sure you go to MrNoFluff.com. I'm having the best sell of the century because we're having the 2.0 real estate crash. If you need a side hustle, make sure you download the new flip, guys. No joke. It's revolutionary. All you need is $100 startup capital. Yes, you can lose your $100, or you can turn into 200 or 700 and keep doing it over and over and over. It's very, very fast. It's very, very simple. All you gotta do is just follow the manual, watch the videos, read the book, and then take action. You can make money literally in days, if not hours. Depends on how much time you're willing to dedicate to it. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of time, but if you got no time to dedicate to it and you buy something, it's not going to work, of course. Okay, if you're already advanced, you're ready to take your business to the next level. Make sure you download my VA course, guys. It's called the VA Exponential. If you go to MrNoFluff.com, I show you how to find people that are highly educated in third world countries, and then train them, how to have them do all the hard work for you, from finding the deals to closing the deals to taking all the no's to finding the data for you, doing the extraction, doing your marketing for you, like cold calling, like um, mobile marketing, so on and so on, guys. So these guys can do it for you, and you're only paying them like $20, $25, I think like $35, somewhere between $25, $35 a week for them to work 40 hours. Simply put, I pay them like $120, $125 a month, and they work the whole month for me. And it's awesome. I don't have to buy their computer. I don't have to pay for their internet. They have all that stuff, and that's why Amazon and all these companies are outsourcing. But I show you how to do it specifically for real estate investors. I've been outsourcing since the dial-up age, guys. When I used to connect to the internet, and it was like beep, beep. So. And I've been outsourcing since then because IT guys were so expensive back then. Now they're pretty cheap. Now blockchain coders are expensive. Anyways, I do have a lot of other courses right now for 97.64% off, like cold calling for profits, but I teach you how to close the deals over the phone. I had my profit sharing coaching. They're pre-recorded. You can get it right now. You can see exactly what I teach my students in my higher level coaching, where if you join me, you would have to pay $5,000 for profit sharing, but you can get the pre-recorded right now for pennies on the dollar. You get the same exact knowledge that the guys pay me big bucks, guys. All right. If you're ready to work one-on-one, you have a successful business. This is only for successful people. Then join the profit sharing. Okay, I work with you for 1 whole year. I'll give you all my systems for 5K, one-on-one, guys. No one's gonna call you. No one's gonna sell you, dude. When you submit the lead, you gotta sign up yourself. If you can't make it, pull on the trigger yourself, then your odds of having success is very, 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 very low. Take it from me. I don't try to sell you. I don't have a sales team, nor do I want a sales team, guys. I ran big companies. I'm not trying to do that. Okay. If you want to have success, all you gotta do is just listen to your heart, guys, and then grind it out. Peace.